Hi, I'm David,
And I'm Aaron.
and you're listening to The Travel Bros. So today, Aaron and I are going to be talking about airline points and ways to earn those points and miles in ways that people don't really know about. And so we haven't talked about this at all really on the podcast. And I'm actually excited to talk about it because I learned a lot of new information when we were doing research on this topic. Did you?
Yeah, I learned a lot of information about it. I thought the airlines that we're doing are really big deals because, it's great to tell y'all how to get miles on these. These are the primary airlines that you'd use, like in the United States and Canada. So we're glad to be sharing this information with y'all, and hopefully by the end of this, you'll know how to save a few bucks.
So today we are going to be talking about United Airlines, Delta, American, and Southwest Airlines. So we'll start off with United. So like most airlines, United has a status which goes through tiers. So it goes Premier Silver, Premier Gold, Premier Platinum, Premier 1K, and then Global Service, which is almost impossible. And one of the main ways to earn status on United is to get miles. Now, sounds pretty intuitive because the easiest way to earn miles is just flying with the airline. However, there are very good ways that you can get miles that most people don't even know about. So for example, on United, they have the Mileage Plus app where you can actually get miles just from eating out at certain restaurants, shopping at certain places, or buying certain gift cards like Starbucks. So just as an example, if you're somebody who, let's say, goes to Starbucks once a week and spends $10, what you could do is you could either go to Starbucks once a week, spend $10 like you always do, or you can, let's say, buy a Starbucks gift card for $100. That gift card will last you 10 weeks, and then you can just buy another one. But when you buy that Starbucks gift card, you're also going to be getting United miles. So if you fly United, it really doesn't make any sense for you to do the first option when you could just do the second option and spend the same thing that you've always been spending, but actually get United miles for that.
Yeah, that's true. That's a really great idea because I know that like my mom and my sisters use like tons of Starbucks accounts and stuff like that and rewards through the app and all that. But I didn't know that you could get it like through the airlines too. So knowing that information, I'm sure we're going to be saving a bit more money when it comes to, United.
And even that, you still earn this. This isn't even what the episode's about, but you still actually earn Starbucks reward points when you use your Starbucks points or use the gift card. So you earn the Starbucks, which you would have in the first place, but you also earn the United miles. So that's just one really good trick that I've started using recently, and Aaron, you should probably start also. So the second airline that I'm going to talk about is Delta. So like United, Delta also has a status system where you can earn miles. They're called Delta Sky Miles. Now, you earn them mainly, kind of like United, by just flying their airline. But on Delta, you can actually earn them by flying with one of their many airline partners. So some of these include, but are not limited to, Aeromexico, Air France, China Eastern, KLM, Korean Air, LATAM Airlines, and Virgin Atlantic. So like if you were to fly any of these airlines, you would still get Delta Sky Miles, so that would help you on not only the airline you're flying, but also on Delta. Now, they also have something very specific to Delta, which is called the Delta Dining Program. It's completely free to sign up, so it doesn't cost you any money, and you also earn Sky Miles just from eating at many restaurants. And there's a lot of options on here. Like I took a look at the map around my city, and there's a bunch of stuff. So you'd most likely have already eaten at some of these restaurants. The only difference is now you're going to be earning points. So in addition to that, they also have a shopping portal. So kind of like on United, you can shop at certain stores online or in person, at least online. I don't know. Actually, I don't know about in person, and you can be earning their miles. Now, this is something that I saw yesterday when I took a Lyft app, but I saw on Lyft that they had a little notification that said that you can earn Delta Sky Miles from Lyft. So it's exactly $1 per mile. So I usually use Uber, but I may start using Lyft now, even though I don't fly Delta that often, so it doesn't really matter. But 1 mile per dollar. So every dollar that you spend on Lyft, which is like ride sharing app like Uber, you will also earn Delta Sky Miles. So that's really cool. Now, Aaron's going to talk a little bit about First American Airlines. And I just want to preface this by saying, based on what I've heard about American Airlines, they don't have as good of a system as United and Delta, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think I've ever remembered going on an American flight. I'm sure I've been on one in my life, but like
I mean, I, by the way, and I know I'm cutting you off, Aaron, but I haven't been on an American flight either, or at least I haven't in years. But I'm just saying, based on what I've heard about the system of miles, I don't really know how it works.
Right. I could tell you that from firsthand experience that like my favorite airline that I've flown is probably not United, even though it's a great airline. I think the better ones out there, I do think Delta is like more like it's nicer than United in terms of like cleanliness and stuff, but that's like a whole other episode. We're not going to go compare all these airlines, but we're just going to tell you all the best way to make some rewards off of them. So American Airlines is a really great airline for a lot of people. I know plenty of people that fly it, and I mean, they have a great Advantage program, and it's actually a Advantage program, like American Advantage, and it allows customers, like it provides them with new ways that they can get these loyalty points, right? So the best way to earn these rewards are through their partners, like Marriott and Hyatt. So Marriott offers a 2-mile for $1 spent offer at their hotel, and Hyatt offers like a 1 mile per dollar, so not quite as good of a deal, but still pretty good. And they have a ton of other partners too, which we're not going to go into because I could be here all night telling you about other partners. But these are the two biggest that I wanted to mention, given that Marriott and Hyatt are pretty huge hotels.
And I wonder something, like when I was talking about the Lyft thing, it's 1 mile per dollar. I wonder, like, for example, if 10,000 miles on American or 10,000 miles on Delta is the same, or what if, American miles are worth a lot more, or Delta miles are worth a lot more. That's just like an interesting thing that people have to look at before.
I mean, I haven't even looked at that either.
No, neither have I. But...
yeah, maybe we'll have to look at that for another episode too, like what the conversions are for miles in different airlines.
Yeah.
But I know that American Airline offers up to 50,000 bonus miles to open up an Advantage credit card with them. So if you're interested in finding a new credit card and you fly American frequently, then I'd say that getting this credit card is a pretty great offer, considering how much, because I know with United, 50,000 bonus miles is like $500 credit. So that's like a lot of money that you could be saving off of getting this credit card. And if you need a credit card anyways, like why not? And you fly and you get a bunch of rewards with that as well. And so you get bonuses for booking reservations at hotels and partners as well, like we mentioned before. And then the other airline I'd like to talk about too, the final one, is Southwest. And I've flown Southwest a few times, really love the airline. And similar to American Airlines, you can take out a Southwest Airlines credit card for 3,000 to 7,500 Southwest points. And these credit cards have 2 times to 3 times miles on Southwest purchases, like foods, drinks, stuff like that. Just stuff through Southwest. And then there are like shopping and dining options similar to American that give extra reward points, such as their Rapid Rewards, dining, shopping, and their vendors such as Lathwaites, which I've never heard of, but I know that it's like a huge part of the company. And Harry and David, Home Chef, and 1-800-Flowers. And then they also have like a bunch of promotional deals through energy companies like NRG and Reliant, which I know is kind of like a sub company of NRG. And then Southwest also offers rewards for taking surveys, which is really interesting because David and I are super familiar with doing like these online surveys and stuff. Like we've tried it out through like Swag Bucks and all that, but we've never done it through the airlines. What do you think about that?
I think it's really cool. Like, I'm noticing a lot of patterns in all these airlines, and by the way, just to make this extra clear, this episode, we're not talking about like the main way to earn these miles, because the main way to earn the miles is just flying on these airlines, which that's how most people think they'd earn it. But most people don't know that you can actually earn miles by doing all these different things. Like, I'm noticing that all these airlines have most of them at least have shopping, dining, like, and those kinds of things to earn miles on the side. But I did not realize that Southwest had surveys, and I really like Southwest Airlines. Like, I think it's really clean. Usually it's more affordable than most of these other airlines. Yeah. It's just really, like, unique, I think, overall.
And also I'd like to say that Southwest offers, along with taking surveys, they also have, it's called Rewards for Opinions, which is, like, what you can look up online. And they have, like, e-rewards. And then they also have EA+. So it's like a medical thing, like medical surveys, medical information that you can fill out to get extra miles and stuff like that. So they offer a bunch of really great ways to get rewards. David, what do you think, which airline has the best reward system and the most opportunities to get extra points?
I don't know. I mean,
because they all seem really great.
They all seem really good.
I mean, they all have a lot of great offers, But I mean, United for sure, because it's like probably the biggest player out of all of these, has the most opportunities, I'd say.
I agree. I think United has the most opportunities, but I really like that on Southwest you can do online surveys.
And I really don't know if other airlines can do that as well, but I know that with Southwest, it's like a way more prominent way of like getting rewards and stuff like that. So I think it's like a really interesting thing that they put on their website, and it's actually like for people like us. I mean, like, you know, if you're not doing something else, like why not want to save money on Southwest and just take some, you know, surveys? Like, it's not even that big of a deal.
And also, like most airlines, like I didn't mention this, but United and Delta, I believe both, or United for sure, Delta, I'm pretty sure, both also you can open up a credit card to get miles. That's something that airlines advertise a lot. Like I'll be on a plane, on a flight, and United will be like talking about their credit cards and how if you open a mileage plus card, you can earn X amount of miles. But I like even on Southwest, they've never once mentioned on a flight surveys. They've actually never mentioned how to earn points at all. Even besides flying on the plane, they've never mentioned it. So I wonder why, Aaron, why like some airlines wouldn't even mention it on the flights when some would. Like I wonder if like maybe that's not the main way Southwest makes money, so they don't really care as much, or what the deal is there.
Yeah, I really don't know either. It's a good question that we're probably going to have to like research more in depth into. But we'd like to thank y'all very much for listening. We know it's a little bit of a shorter episode than we're used to. David, is there any finishing notes you'd like to say?
No, just thank you guys again so much, and I hope that you guys listen to us in the future. And Aaron and I have already started on our next episode, so that'll be airing in a few weeks, and we thank you guys for listening.